Since the recent release of Cloverfield Paradox, fans of the series and of alternate reality games, also known as ARG, have been going absolutely crazy with theories, timelines, and possible scenarios within these films. With the crazy amount of Easter eggs hidden in each one and stuff going on in them, it's easy to see why fans are trying so hard to piece this all together. And it's been a ton of fun. And there's tons, like I said, just ways to put time and space together and time travel. But when that all gets tossed around so generally, it can get insanely complex and out of hand rather quickly.
Every day, Pepe's mail's getting sent back to me. Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia. I look in the mail. Well, this whole box is Pepe Sylvia. So I say to myself,
Now, today I just wanted to go over a few of the best timeline theories that I've seen on the internet so far in an attempt to explain some possibilities and scenarios and just further the general discussion amongst the fans. I really enjoy this community, the ARG community and the Cloverfield community coming together, trying to piece these movies together, seeing what fits here, what fits there, how they connect. Does this fit there? Does this fit this timeline? Does this theory work here? Stuff like that is really intriguing to me and I really enjoy it, so I thought I'd make this video. But first things first off here, guys, none of what you're seeing in this video is taken as fact. It's purely hypothetical, at least at this point, so take the information with a grain of salt. But with that out of the way, guys, let's jump into the first theory that claims all of the movies are in their own separate timelines and universes. And the theory behind this possible explanation is that the firing of the Shepherd that overloaded actually caused the events which we see in the first Cloverfield movie and in 10 Cloverfield Lane, even though the Shepherd's firing was technically in the future. That happened in 2028. The events of the first Cloverfield are in 2008, and the events of 10 Cloverfield Lane are in 2016.
They risk ripping open the membrane of space-time, smashing together multiple dimensions, shattering reality. And not just on that station, everywhere. This experiment could unleash chaos, the likes of which we have never seen. Monsters, demons, beasts from the sea.
To clarify, you believe their efforts to solve the energy crisis might unleash demons?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, not just here and now. In the past, in the future, in other dimensions. You have no idea how much I would love to be wrong about this.
Monk.
If you want to know.
Now, as the newscaster just said, this could happen, and these monsters or demons or whatever they actually are can jump across dimensions and across any time, any point in time. So any timeline at any time, which would make them able to, once they were found from this rift that they opened up with the Shepherd, then they could jump back to 2008, even though the events that caused that were in 2028, if that makes sense. I know it's kind of diluted, but if you really look at this diagram, it kind of helps you explain this at least a little bit. However, as we saw in the paradox, the different timelines are not completely the same. The events that happen in them happen slightly differently. Like, for example, when Hamilton's family still being alive, or that the energy wars were taking place on the Earth. That was this part of the reality that they jumped to after the firing the Shepherd successfully, even though those wars weren't happening back on their own planet Earth. So what does this have to do with the theory? Well, there is an alternate theory floating around that there is in fact only one universe, but with infinite alternate realities and timelines that branch off inside of it. Much like what we see in Rick and Morty, timelines are just representative of a different course of events. Any decision or event, anything with possible outcomes or options can cause a new timeline. One timeline for each
crap,
new
are you kidding me?
possible
Two
outcome.
dots? This never needs to be more than one dot. The two of you made us uncertain.
What are you talking about?
English?
Our time is fractured. You two somehow created a feedback loop of uncertainty that split our reality into two equally possible impossibilities. Around. Uncertainty is inherently unsustainable. Eventually, everything either is or isn't.
So this scenario plays out before the Shepherd. All the timelines were separate and they were fine. But once the Shepherd actually overloaded and it fractured time, causing it to crumple and muddy all of these timelines together, kind of pushing them into the same time and space, much like we saw in the paradox. Each timeline then touches one another in different places and they overlap. So to Cloverfield 1 time, in the Cloverfield Lane time, the Paradox time, the Overlord's time, which is the new movie going to be coming out later this year, all kind of touch. And once they're touching, you can be able to jump between them, like what we saw with the shepherd jumping between them. This is all now possible because they ripped that time between them, and then if they all touch, then it's possible to get between all of them. Therefore, something that jumps from a different dimension or different universe completely now can enter our universe. It can now enter any timeline at any time during that. So it can enter during any point in time on each timeline because these are all touching. And it kind of allows these monsters or these demons or whatever they are called, or what they actually are, to be able to jump backwards in time, to jump forwards in time, to go anywhere on any possibility of time all at once. And I know it's all kind of mind-blowing and hard to take in and process. It gets super complex with these theoreticals and these timeline branchings and these time differentials and these weird theoretical time-space rifts. I know it's a lot to take in, but if you really stop and think about it, this could be what's actually going on here. But like I said earlier, these are just theories. Nothing is set in stone, and I'm sure someone out there is working on this to get a better theory, and we will continue to get more and more information from the ARG info coming, and maybe we'll be able to piece together the actual events going on here. But for now, we'll just have to keep speculating. Like I said earlier, this is the best part of these movies. It creates this unique and fun community of people trying to piece these things together to solve this mystery, to figure out what's going on here. And that's why I love Cloverfield and the Cloverfield community just so much. And I'm really, really having a good time here, rewatching all these films, looking for little details and stuff like that to say, does this fit here? Does that fit there? Will this make this possibility? Well, what if there's alternate realities here? And I love this type of stuff, and hopefully you guys do as well. But anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you guys have your own theories of what's going on here, please, by all means, share them with us. I would love to read what you guys think is going on here. Do you agree with these theories? Do you disagree with them? All that kind of stuff. Love to hear your comments on that. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, do me a massive favor. Hit that like button and share this video around with other ARG fans. Make sure this video is being seen by other people. It really helps me out when you guys take that second to hit that like button. Also, check out my previous Cloverfield theory video I did. Some other cool stuff going on there. Check that out. Link in the end slate and the description. Also, make sure you guys are subscribed to stay updated with all of my latest videos. I'm going to be doing a ton of ARG and Cloverfield stuff coming out. I'm doing a Cloverfield Easter eggs video this weekend. Should be super cool. There's tons of little hidden things in all these movies that connect them together that you may have missed. So be keeping an eye out for that. Make sure you subscribe for that. But until next time, guys, remember that it is always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, guys, take it easy and peace out.
Jump right in.